All right, Leia. So now we're going to start talking about leash walking, or the heel command. Heel, as a command, means walk with me, stay with me, and sit when I stop. It's pretty strict because I want them to understand that anytime I'm moving forward and I have you in that heel command, I don't want you getting out of position to sniff. I don't want you barking at other dogs. I don't want you trying to say hello to people. It's very black and white that if you're in this position, you're just walking with me. But then there will be other times where I say free, and you're allowed to kind of, be a dog and have that time. Making it very clear to the dog of when we're in that kind of work mode heel structure and when we're in that freedom can help differentiate the two, and they'll give better effort to the healing, realizing this leads to the free time, okay? But in the beginning, your dog the entire time is going to want nothing to do with heel and is want to only practice the free time stuff. So for a period of time when you get her back, I would emphasize practicing only healing. Pretty much anytime we go outside, anytime I take you for a walk, I want to be super mindful that this leash is nice and loose and you're staying right by my side. I don't want to go back and start practicing where I'm allowing her to kind of pull me along and then just continue to move forward. Because what that does is if we're just kind of letting the heel position slide, if we're kind of just letting her walk wherever she wants, she'll continue to practice that. It's very advantageous for her to do that. So by switching gears a little bit, in the beginning, the dogs are a little bit like, this is such hard work, but they start to realize the heel, being able to go free brings value to staying in that heel position. We kind of have to show them that value with consistency. So how to start this? You saw me doing a lot of those reps where I'm kind of guiding her to my left-hand side with that little box. She's now pretty good at finding that position, and we're starting to add more motion. So in the beginning, Leia, heel. I'm using my leash, using my food a little bit to kind of guide her to my left-hand side. I'll lift my leash up, good. As soon as she puts her booty down, she's now in that heel position. I'll find where I want to hold my leash. I like where there's enough slack for it to kind of loop a little bit. I obviously don't want to have it so tight that I'm just kind of holding her in position. This is the part where we're going to use the leash to communicate how to come back to this position, but ultimately I want it to be up to her keeping her focus on me to keep the leash loose. If we're constantly having to nag, she's not thinking too much. We're kind of just like holding her hand on the walk. So to start this, making it super simple, heel. I'm just going to start to move with her anytime. So for example, in the beginning here, if she lags a little bit behind, I'm going to use my leash to encourage her to speed up. I ultimately just want her staying by my side as I continue to move. Now in the beginning here, so here she's lagging behind a little bit, using my leash just to speed her up. In the beginning, I'm making it simple, always turning away from her so that visually she's just always on my left-hand side. Good girl. Anytime I come to a stop, I want her to stop with me. Good. And she sat, which is exactly what we're looking for, and we can mark and reward. So in the beginning of my walk, say I come outside, before I just hit the town and start to move, I'm going to do a couple of these passes back and forth to kind of clean up the heel position. I'm going to start just walking forward. She's on my left-hand side, and I'm always going to turn away from her. This just keeps it very simple. And you practice finding your pace, and in those moments where if she's following you, your leash can stay nice and loose, but you can almost feel whether she's walking with you or not. Okay? Now, as we start to get more fancy, we'll add inside turns. So instead of turning over my right shoulder away from her every time, I'm now almost going to start cutting her off. I'm going to take that space where she's used to walking kind of out in front of me, and I'm just going to take it from her. I'm going to step right in front of her, and we keep on moving. Ideally, just trying to make forward progress where she is kind of in this sweet spot on your left-hand side and your leash stays nice and loose. Okay? So a lot of this in the beginning, it's going to feel like just kind of walking back and forth, ping-ponging, but it's an opportunity to use your leash while the environment stays relatively boring. If you do this out on a walk, every single step forward that you take, there's something new, something exciting to kind of pull her attention off of you, which eventually we will practice that. It's the same idea, but now practicing it in an environment where there's really not much going on and just giving her an opportunity, good girl, to learn how to do this without distractions is a good place to start. Okay? My biggest notes for leash walking. Everybody likes to hold the leash super tight, so be mindful of keeping your leash nice and loose. Keep your arms down by your side. A lot of people like to hold their leash up here, a little bit of tension, arms down by your side, and just move. It is super common for owners to be a little bit, kind of moving like this, like intention of like, where is my dog at? But the energy that gives to the dog is kind of awkward. It's strange to follow We want to give the dog very clear energy that's easy to follow, easy to pick up and understand. It's a little bit of, practice walking with confidence, but also not really worrying so much about where she's at. And in those moments when she lags behind, that's your opportunity to use your leash. Good girl, she's rocking it. And pretty much eventually, the more you practice this, anytime we're walking forward, she's in that heel position. I just don't want to practice walking and allowing that pulling, or where she's leash taut and continuing to move forward. I always want to be nice and loose, left hand side. Okay, good job. Yes.